Hello, it's great to see you again on the Clever Tricks channel. If your mint leaves wilt quickly, turn black, and end up being thrown away after just a few days, there's a good chance you're making some common storage mistakes. What many people don't realize is that the problem isn't the mint itself, it's the way we store it. I used to waste countless bunches of mint too, until my grandmother showed me an incredibly simple and easy trick. After trying it myself, I was genuinely surprised. The mint leaves stayed vibrant green, fresh, and wonderfully fragrant for weeks, without becoming soggy or wilting like they often do with conventional storage methods. In this video, I'll share that secret with you so you never have to waste another bunch of mint again. If you want your mint to stay fresh, vibrant green, and fragrant as if it were just bought, try this simple method. First, choose bunches of mint that are still fresh, with deep green leaves that are free from bruises or yellowing. Don't rush to put the entire bunch of mint into the refrigerator as soon as you get home, because within just a few days, the leaves can easily turn yellow and lose their fragrance. Next, remove any yellow leaves, insect-damaged leaves, bruised leaves, or stems that have turned black. I have created subtitles in multiple languages. Please select your preferred language, comment below, and let me know which country you are watching from. It's amazing that we can connect from all around the world. Then, dissolve 1 teaspoon of baking soda in a basin of clean water and stir until it is completely dissolved. Soak the mint leaves for about 3 to 5 minutes. Do not soak them for too long because mint leaves are quite delicate, contain a high amount of essential oils, and can easily become bruised and lose their natural aroma if left in water for an extended period. After that, rinse the mint 1 or 2 more times with clean water to ensure the leaves are thoroughly cleaned, especially if they were freshly purchased from a market or supermarket. This method helps remove dirt and some of the bacteria clinging to the surface of the leaves while preserving their natural freshness. After rinsing, dry the mint leaves thoroughly before storing them. Where are you from? It's such a joy that we're connecting from all over the world. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, hit the subscribe button. Thank you for your support. First, gently lift the mint out of the water and spread it into a thin, even layer. Place another layer of paper towel gently over the top, then carefully blot or wipe each section of the leaves to absorb any remaining moisture from the surface. Avoid rubbing too hard, as mint leaves are quite delicate and can bruise easily. Once the leaves are thoroughly dried, the mint will retain its natural green color, crisp texture, and distinctive aroma for much longer. Method 1. Storing mint with plastic wrap. Divide the mint into small bunches, with each bunch being enough for about 1 to 2 days of use. Dividing it in advance means you won't have to take out the entire batch and put it back repeatedly, helping prevent the leaves from becoming bruised and reducing moisture loss. Next, wrap each bunch tightly with plastic wrap. The wrap should fit snugly around the stems, but do not wrap it too tightly so the leaves can maintain their natural shape. Finally, place the wrapped bundles of mint in the refrigerator, preferably in an area with a stable temperature and away from the refrigerator door. With this storage method, the mint can stay fresh for 7 to 14 days or even longer if the mint is of good quality to begin with, and the refrigerator maintains a consistent temperature. By maintaining the proper level of moisture and limiting exposure to air, the mint stays fresh longer without wilting or developing dark spots on the leaves. Every time you open the refrigerator, you'll still find vibrant, fragrant sprigs of mint that look as fresh as when you first bought them, ready to be used for tea, beverages, or your favorite dishes. Method 2. Storing mint in a zip-top bag. You can keep the mint as whole sprigs or separate it into smaller stems, depending on your family's usual cooking habits. Once the mint is completely dry, place it into a zip-top bag or a food storage bag and seal it tightly. This is a very important step because if any water remains on the leaves, moisture will accumulate inside the bag and cause the mint to become soggy or spoil more quickly. If you have enough space in your refrigerator, place the zip-top bag inside a plastic container with a lid before storing it in the refrigerator. The container helps protect the mint from being crushed by other foods, keeping the leaves intact and preventing them from becoming bruised. Few people realize that with just a zip-top bag, mint can stay fresh for many days. Whenever you need to use it, simply open the bag and take out the amount you need. If the mint was washed before storage and the bag has been kept clean, you can use it right away. The leaves will remain green, the stems will stay fresh, and the mint will retain its pleasant aroma as if it had just been purchased. Where are you from? It's such a joy that we're connecting from all over the world. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, hit the subscribe button. Thank you for your support. Method 3. Storing mint with a few slices of onion. It may sound unusual, but this is a storage tip that many households in the United States use to help keep mint leaves fresh for longer. Simply place a few thin slices of onion into the container with the mint. The natural sulfur compounds in onions help inhibit the growth of bacteria and mold, thereby slowing down the spoilage process of the herbs. Just a few slices are enough. If you add too much onion, its smell may affect the mint's natural aroma. Then, close the lid of the container and place it in the vegetable drawer of the refrigerator. For the best results, replace the onion slices with fresh ones every 3 to 4 days. At first, I was quite skeptical about this method, but the results truly surprised me. The mint leaves stayed green, retained their distinctive aroma, and remained fresh for nearly 10 days with almost no wilting or sogginess. This is a simple tip that not many people know about, but it's definitely worth trying at home. Method 4. Making mint powder. First, we'll sort through the mint leaves. Remove any yellow leaves, insect-bitten leaves, bruised leaves, or blackened stems. I have created subtitles in multiple languages. Please select your preferred language. Comment below and let me know which country you are watching from. It's amazing that we can connect from all around the world. After sorting, place the mint into a bowl of clean water. Gently stir it by hand so the dirt can wash away. Avoid rubbing too hard because mint leaves are quite delicate. If you want to clean them more thoroughly, you can add a spoonful of baking soda to the water. Stir until dissolved, then soak the mint for about 3 to 5 minutes. After that, rinse it again once or twice with clean water. This method helps clean the leaves more effectively, but remember not to soak them for too long because mint can easily lose its fragrance when exposed to too much water. After washing, this is the extremely important step. You must dry the mint very thoroughly. Where are you from? It's such a joy that we're connecting from all over the world. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, hit the subscribe button. Thank you for your support. Now we will sort the mint leaves. Separate each sprig and remove any yellow leaves, insect-bitten leaves, bruised leaves, or stems that are too tough. For young and tender sprigs, you can keep both the leaves and the soft tips. But if you want the powder to be smoother and have a nicer color, it's best to use only the leaves. To dry the mint, line the bottom of the air fryer basket with parchment paper or aluminum foil with a few small holes poked in it. This helps prevent the mint leaves from falling through while still allowing good air circulation. Then spread the mint into a thin layer. Don't put too much in at once. If the layer is too thick, the outer leaves may dry while the inner leaves remain damp. During storage, any leftover moisture can easily cause the powder to become moldy or lose its aroma. For the air fryer, choose a low temperature. If your air fryer can be set to around 80 to 90 degrees Celsius, use that setting. If it can't go that low, choose the lowest possible temperature and check frequently. Dry the mint for the first round for about 5 to 7 minutes. Then, open the air fryer and gently stir the leaves with chopsticks or tongs. At this stage, you'll notice the leaves starting to soften and dry slightly. Continue drying for another 3 to 5 minutes. Depending on the type of air fryer and the amount of mint you use, the drying time may vary. So don't just rely on the timer, observe the mint leaves carefully. When the leaves become crispy and crumble easily when gently pressed in your hand with no softness or moisture left, they are ready. If there are still a few soft leaves after drying, remove the fully dried ones first, then continue drying the remaining leaves for a few more minutes. Don't over-dry the entire batch just because a few leaves are still damp, because the already dried leaves may burn. Once the mint is completely crispy, remove it from the air fryer and spread it out on a clean plate or tray. Don't grind it immediately while it is still hot. Let it cool completely for about 5 to 7 minutes. As the leaves cool down, any remaining moisture will continue to evaporate slightly, making the leaves crispier and easier to grind. Place the dried mint into a small grinder. Don't fill it too full. If you add too much at once, the grinder won't process evenly and the powder may contain large leaf pieces. Grind in short bursts. Blend for a few seconds, then stop, shake the grinder gently, and continue blending. This helps create a finer, more even powder while also preventing the machine from overheating. If the grinder gets too hot, the mint aroma may also weaken. After grinding, you can use a sieve to filter the powder. Put the fine powder into a separate jar and grind the larger leaf pieces one more time. If you want an extra fine powder for tea or drinks, sift it more carefully. But if you plan to sprinkle it over salads, yogurt, potatoes, baked dishes, or everyday meals, a slightly coarse texture is perfectly fine. In fact, a slightly coarse powder often keeps a more natural texture and a very pleasant aroma. Place the mint powder into a clean, completely dry glass jar with an airtight lid. Remember that the jar must be absolutely dry. Even a tiny amount of water or moisture can cause the mint powder to clump and spoil quickly. If you want to be extra careful, you can rinse the jar with hot water, dry it thoroughly, and let it air dry completely before adding the powder. It's such a joy that we're connecting from all over the world. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, hit the subscribe button. Thank you for your support. After putting the powder into the jar, seal the lid tightly and store it in a dry, well-ventilated place away from direct sunlight. heat from the stove, and moisture. If stored properly, mint powder can keep its fragrance well for about 1 to 3 months. After that, it can still be used as long as the powder remains dry, free from mold, and has no strange smell, although the aroma will gradually fade over time. So it's best to make only a moderate amount, use it up, and then prepare a fresh batch. Homemade herbal powder contains no preservatives, so making smaller amounts that stay fresh and fragrant is much better than making too much and storing it for too long. Each time you use it, always use a clean and dry spoon to scoop out the powder. Never use a wet spoon or allow steam to enter the jar. This is a small secret that helps the powder last longer without spoiling. In fact, mint powder is very convenient. You can use a little to make hot mint tea. Simply add a small amount to a cup, pour in hot water, stir well, and if you like, add a little honey or a few drops of lemon juice. A lightly fragrant cup of mint tea like this is perfect to enjoy after meals or anytime you want a refreshing drink. You can also sprinkle a little mint powder over yogurt, smoothies, or freshly cut fruit, especially watermelons, strawberries, oranges, apples, or other summer fruits. The mint aroma makes the food feel fresher, cooler, and much more appealing. How do you usually store your mint leaves? Let me know in the comments below. If you found this tip helpful, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the Clever Tricks channel, and turn on the notification bell so you won't miss more simple, practical, and money-saving kitchen tips for everyday life. Goodbye, and I'll see you in the next video.